Hi, I'm John Cash, and welcome to Revelations Church's Daily Devotion. Today's title, Godly Leaders Bring God's Blessings Upon a Country. Now, we're in 2 Chronicles chapter 14. We're going to be looking at verses 2 through 6. This is the story of King Asa. Now, first of all, let me fill you in that in Israel's recorded Old Testament history, it was divided between Israel and Judah. Out of 39 kings, only 8 of them were considered godly. The majority of them were not. Asa was one of a handful of godly kings in Judah. And the Bible says that Asa did what was good and right in the eyes of the Lord his God. Number one, understand godly leadership doesn't just happen. Even in Israel's day, there were few kings. Of course, the most famous 2 kings that were godly were David and Solomon. That it doesn't just happen. God's people need to pray for godly leadership. Now, the majority of people who see this post are in America. There are some international readers and listeners and watchers of John Cash Ministries and Revelations Church. And understand, if you want godly leadership, God says you need to seek him with all of your heart, mind, soul, and spirit. It doesn't just happen. Satan is very involved in making sure godly leadership does not happen. Somebody was praying because Asa was a godly king. The Bible says he did what was good and right in the eyes of the Lord. What's the result of that? Well, let's look. In verse 3, it says he removed the foreign altars and the high places, smashed the sacred stones, and cut down the Asherah poles. There was a lot of foreign god worship during this time. Now, folks, because America is not a theocracy, and really there are no theocracies in the world today, theocracy is when the government and the church are kind of combined in one. Asa had the power to stop all of this foreign god worship, and he did. Now, America, the founding fathers, never envisioned a leader, a president, a congressman stopping ungodly worship. They wanted a separation of church and state. But that separation has been twisted. The main reason for the separation, they didn't want the government controlling the church, period. That's what was happening during England and the history of England, and they wanted to get away from that. One of the reasons that we had people come to America in the first place. So this can apply to America and other countries. Here's the key. We need godly leaders who encourage godly principles, who support godly principles. For example, abortion certainly is not a godly principle. Homosexuality, gay marriage is not a godly principle. Basically, safe sex, not a godly principle. And we can go on and on, creation versus evolution. Many of these are political debates, but are settled matters in the Bible. We need leaders who have social issues or social positions that are biblical in nature. Now, what happens when we get that? Look at verse 4. He commanded Judah to seek the Lord, the God of their fathers, and to obey his laws and commands. We aren't going to have leaders that will command that, but we certainly could use leaders that will encourage that. Verse 5. He removed the high places, the incense altars in every town in Judah, and the kingdom was at peace under him. Folks, when we have godly leaders, the kingdom will be at peace. They had international peace. They had political peace, and there was inward peace as well. It was a great place to live during the time of King Asa. How does that relate to America today? Do we have political peace? No, there's more bickering than ever. Do we have international peace? Absolutely not. And does the average American have inward peace? No. You see, godly leaders can help get this moving forward. Now watch verse 6. He built up the fortified cities of Judah since the land was at peace. He built up the fortified cities. Folks, i.e., the economy was strong. The economy was strong. Everybody's trying to figure out how to get the economy strong. You know what? Return to God, America. and the economy will strengthen. Return to the principles of God, and he will bless America. Look, no one was at war, verse 6, with him during these years, for the Lord gave him rest. Folks, there's many ways to fix the economy, but the number one way is for America and the church in America to return to their God and the God of our founding fathers. Thank you for your support of John Cash Ministries Revelations Church, meeting now every Sunday, Deep Creek High School at 10:30. God bless you.